Hi there, this is Kim with Intentional Private Practice, and I am starting a new series of 5-minute videos that I'd like to share with you. And I'm just kind of slyly glancing at my clock to keep myself on a timeline while I do this. So I'm going to start with a question that I hear the most often from people looking to launch, build, or redefine their practice. And by far the most common question I hear in one variation or another is, how do I get more clients? And the short answer to that is you have to market. So I would encourage you to maybe even stop the video for a minute and think about what that means when you hear that term market. You might be totally okay with that and comfortable with the idea of marketing, but a very common response that I hear or even just see in people's demeanor is like this, oh, like I really have to do that. And a lot of times I think, we are in this field to help and to connect directly with our clients and do the work that we do, which is great and super important. But if you're going to do a private practice and run your own business, you also have to be able to figure out how to connect with those people so that you can do the thing that you do. The marketing piece has to come first so that you get your message out there in the world. So marketing, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the what do you do pieces, it's clearing your mindset and kind of reorienting your mindset around the idea that marketing provides value, that marketing is the first step in providing service, and that marketing allows you to serve your wider community and, by extension, the world at large through the work that you do. So, the things I would encourage people to think about and sit with is, what value do you provide to people? And sometimes, we talk about this idea of having imposter syndrome. I'm not really good enough to do the work that I do. That's maybe the starting point, is why are you good enough to do the work that you do? How has all the things in your life led you to the point that you're at now? And how does that make you uniquely suited to serve the population that you are drawn to serve? Dealing with the idea that marketing shares your message with your ideal clients can help with that, and really getting clear about that. Also thinking about what value looks like to your ideal clients. How are they going to describe value? How do they feel the value that the services that you offer give to them? What do you hear back from people that are, well satisfied and well served through the services that you provide? What do you hear from them? What are the changes that you see? And both of those are valuable pieces to connect with your ideal clients. And I'd encourage you to think about, what does value look like to your community? Depending on the kind of work that you do, you might be working with one person, one child, one adult, one couple at a time. But as things are improving for that person, you're impacting a larger system. If you're working with a child, you're impacting a family. Likewise, if you're working with an adult, you're impacting, their family. You're impacting their workplace, you're impacting their community, you're impacting, the different groups that they connect with throughout their day and throughout their lifetime. Look at the way the service that you provide adds value to your community at large. I think the work that we're doing in mental health is super important. Always, probably, but it seems like especially relevant with some of the unique issues that are coming up, you know, today. And that's a whole other conversation that I won't go into, but there's a lot of ways that we're really needed and that we can really make greater change. And even on a closer community basis, think about how the work that you do serves the other providers in your community, people that provide adjunctive services, people that really need a great mental health connection for somebody that they see in a different capacity. So a medical doctor, another kind of therapist, like a speech therapist, or somebody else that is interacting with people and knows, there are some services that this person could benefit from that are outside of my scope of practice, but I have a great connection that I can send them to. Finally, to get clear on your mindset around this, I would sit with the idea of, what is your superpower? And that's basically just, what is it about you that's unique that really allows you to do the thing that you do in a way that nobody else can do it, and really allows you to help your ideal clients. You can think about, why are you uniquely poised to help them? What do they say about the kind of work that you do and why it's a great connection for them? You can use this information to help identify your ideal client and articulate your message. And when you have the mindset piece in place, you can do it clearly and confidently. You can do it in a manner that really reflects you and your value system, that reflects how your work changes the world, one person at a time, and in a larger way, thinking about communities. And what happens to your clients? What is their journey? What's their before and what's their after? So those are the things I'd encourage you to really sit with and get clear on. I'd love to chat about it. You can pop into the Facebook group, which if you're not in it already, just type in facebook.com/groups/intentional practice. The group is called Intentional Private Practice Community. Answer a couple questions in there and I'll get you into the group. You can find more information also on my website, which is www.intentionalprivatepractice.com. Hope you guys are having a great day and I will catch you on the next video. Thanks.